Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and we are back yet again for another McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse news update. We're only going to have 2 figures to talk about today, but really there's 4, because there are 2 Platinum Editions. Yes, we will be talking about those. And if I'm being honest, in totality, it really makes 4 separate characters. And these are all collector's editions, which the collector's editions, ever since the Superman movie figures came out, started getting up there at Walmart, they're $35, at GameStop, they're $37. That's a pretty penny. 4 figures, of which it's a lot of reuse, let's be honest. There are designated head portraits for each, which that's a plus. But still, it's a pretty penny for a lot of reuse in that sense, and that's kind of what we've been getting from McFarlane Toys. And with that being said, all out of the way, because I've collected DC Multiverse and I'm a DC Multiverse fan, I want all friggin' 4. Before we get started, as always, I will have affiliate pre-order links down in the description below. Thank you so much for using my links. Every which way that you like to order your DC Multiverse, I'll have those links down in the description below. And remember, Platinum Editions go everywhere. You can't necessarily order one unless for some reason it goes up. And remember, Platinum Editions are rare chase versions. They just go up anywhere, so you do have that chance. If you order one of these, you might get the Platinum, of which the first figure we're going to be talking about today is Arthur King, a.k.a. Malcolm Merlin, or just call him the Dark Archer. I like that we are getting a Green Arrow villain. We kind of sort of need an actual Green Arrow, even though I really like the hooded one. We'll just say that. But a more, we'll say, normalized looking everyday Green Arrow, that would be much appreciated to go along with this Dark Archer. Now, yes, it's going to be a reused body. We can already tell that. He's got some blues. He's got some dark blues. He has an interesting head portrait, of which the head portrait is okay. It has more of that soft sculpt to it. You can always tell between McFarlane Toys when they really push the envelope, and then some of them they just go, this one will do, that kind of thing. This one is kind of where that falls for me. I like that they've highlighted the blue in the hair. He's got some wild eyebrows, and he does have a goatee. So all the elements of Malcolm Merlin are there. The costume isn't too far off from what we're used to. I like that they gave him little pouches. You can see the arrows in the pouches. That's cool. Arrows go in the back, yada, yada. It's not going to be anything fancy in terms of what he comes with. You've got the bow, you've got the arrows, and you've got essentially the quiver, which goes on his back. So this one is a new character. It's one that will go with Green Arrow. And again, like I said, hopefully we get an updated Green Arrow before the timer runs out. Here he is all packaged up, ready to go. Malcolm Merlin, a.k.a. the Dark Archer, which, wouldn't you know it, the Platinum Edition will be his son. Now, in most continuities, we'll just say this is Tommy Merlin, one of Oliver Queen's best friends. I like that they gave him more of the scarred look. That's pretty cool. I dig that. So again, this is a new character. They have basically just painted the arms flesh. They gave him some of that scarred up texture. It's the same body type. It's just painted a little bit differently, which, oddly enough, it does work. It does really make for a juxtaposition between the first Merlin and now this Tommy Merlin, if that makes any sense. But I like that they went this route. It's not fun to say that, yes, this is the Platinum Edition, so it's going to be a little bit more hard to come by. But then I'm kind of hoping that nobody knows who these characters are, and they'll just pass, and then I can get them easy peasy. So, like I said, we have Malcolm Merlin, a.k.a. the Dark Archer, and then we have his son, Tommy Merlin, all scarred up, ready to go. Next up, we have DARKSTARS. Who the heck are the DARKSTARS, you ask? Well, it's basically an offshoot of the Green Lanterns. Just think of that. Now you have the DARKSTARS, a short-lived situation, if anything. However, it makes for an interesting action figure, and action figures that are brand new to the DC Multiverse. I like the silvers, I like the reds. You even get a alternate head portrait with the cracked helmet. If you peek inside there, I wonder, who that may be. Perhaps the Platinum Edition will give us a better idea of who's under the mask. There seems to be new parts and pieces. You can kind of sort of tell what the reuse may be because of the ball joints. Remember those? They're bringing those back in style. Nothing is sacred anymore. So you get the helmeted head, you get the broken mask helmeted head, and you get a pair of fists. What really would have been cool is that if you look at the trading card, he's got some energy blasts. And I always say, it's really cool when you have an action figure with some sort of powers, effects, something that brings these characters to life. Maybe a flight stance since he's zooming all around. No. It's all DIY at this point, but he does look pretty cool. And it's a little bit of an army builder, if I'm being honest, which you see him all packaged up, ready to go. Well, yeah, this is where we're going to get into the Platinum Editions. So if you are familiar with Darkstars, then you're going to know the first pink portrait, which is Farron Kolos. I had to look all this up. This is not my expertise in terms of the DC Universe, but it is fun to learn. So we have Farron Kolos all ready to go for his Darkstars outfit. And if you notice, it's painted a little bit differently. It's mostly all red. It's kind of more of a classic costume to then the more recent sort of costume. You get to kind of switch it up, whatever you would prefer. But I like this Farron Kolos head, and that will make for a very fun variant in terms of your Darkstars army if you wanted to army build them. The next one is John Stewart. John Stewart looks pretty stellar. I was kind of debating on whether or not this was the last release John Stewart. Basically, is it a reissue of sorts? I think it's painted a little bit differently. If I'm not mistaken, you can let me know down in the comments below. But again, I like that you get two options for the Darkstars, but then you don't get a helmet, which comes with the other one, and then the broken mask is obviously John Stewart under the helmet. So it's kind of a conundrum. I don't know why they didn't give the actual helmeted head to this one. It's kind of odd, right, to have the full figure. We finally got the unmasks, right, that everybody seems to clamor for, but we don't get the actual mask. It's got the two head portraits. It's got the fists, different color scheme. But like I said, there's no blast. There's no energy blast. Energy blast! That would have been really cool to see. Here he is all boxed up, ready to go. As you can clearly see, there's no platinum sticker on this either, so just keep that in mind. They're just trying to keep you on your toes at this point. But as far as what I've been told, yes, this will indeed be the Platinum Edition, unless something changes. We're all just in for a surprise every time with a new DC Multiverse figure, but rest assured, there are two versions of the Darkstars figures. So that's going to wrap it up for my quick look at all 4 upcoming DC Multiverse figures by McFarlane Toys. And if you are interested in any of these, I'll have the affiliate links down in the description below for when they go live, depending on when you see this video. No, as of right now, you cannot directly order the Platinum Edition versions. You have to kind of get lucky. You order the one, the Platinum Edition shows up. My recommendations, check your GameStops when these finally hit store shelves. That seems to be the lucky ticket for me, and I hope that it is equally as lucky for you out there. So, you've heard my thoughts, and I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know, and until the next one, I will leave you guys with that. Adios.